It's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers, and he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And the Arizona Cardinals.
Just like that. Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Murray now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Murray again, 2nd and 10. Open target here, Darius Slayton. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for the Cardinals. First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Good track. Watch the twist.
Murray now on first down. Catch made by Slayton. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
6 yards, the pickup, and that's a first down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Check 37. Under 10.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. First down, Murray. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches, you say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Credit the tackle to Kentavious Street, the product of NC State.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. 12. 43 the mark, boy. 46.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
11.
Second total, keep
11.
Mike 9. Bang out. Watch the slant.
Hey, Delta.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Completes it to Samuel. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Here we go, here we go.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
White.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing the 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the
touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The extra point up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Fournette running out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Third and 2, and here's Murray. Got an open man. That's Campbell. Breaks the tackle. Now with Allen. Touchdown, Cardinals. Harris Campbell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
Samuel on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Throwing on 2nd down. Garoppolo, and that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
21.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. He's checking him.
They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
I got you. Mike 9. 65.
Nine the mic.
Hey, exit.
Let's go. Mike 9.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
21. Here we go. Hey, alert! Hey, echo!
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Trevor Williams was shot out of a cannon there on the corner blitz.
Second down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
Good job.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. Now, that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
I'm here all day.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's going to launch this thing way down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
One, Omaha.
Garoppolo on first down. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Murray now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Jim.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
Check 13. Check 13. You ain't going nowhere.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Call it a gain of a yard as it brings us to the end of the first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Fellas, here we go.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Hey, we got to seal. 21. Mike 9. Hey, wahoo. Mike 9. Hey, we got to get to 9. Mike over there. He don't know no better. Mike 9.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. That'll be complete to Breida. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. It's caught. Mitchell. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Garoppolo lost the football, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. The 40. He's at the 30. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Now the try here for the point after.
the kicker on for the extra point.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded about a yard deep. They find some open field here. 30, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from the special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
Well, let's be honest. A lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
11.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Mike 9. Bang out. Hey, watch the ball.
From the 29, Garoppolo. And it's complete to Mitchell. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, gun. Six. Go.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
Now Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. Garoppolo on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On 1st down, here's Breida. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 4-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Cardinals' 30.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
To George Kittle. It's a gain of 10. And a 49er first down.
Here we go. 180!
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180! White.
Watch the ship. Man, watch the ship.
11.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Tight end right.
21.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Anybody's coming. Watch him.
Bravo.
From the 17, Garoppolo. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 17 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Murray now on first down. Catch made by Slayton. And he lost the football.
Eventually recovered by the offense. Result of the play, first down and 10.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Ready up. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
And we got to get to the bottom.
From the 40 now on second down. Murray checks this down to Edwards out of the backfield. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 40.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. Edwards now on 1st and 10. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, Tom.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
They'll begin the drive with Breda. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! 12, 12.
From the 27, Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray, catch made here by Campbell. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Let's go. Set back. Pittsburgh. Get your swerve on.
Murray now on first down. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. First down, Murray. It's Kelsey on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and it's 3rd and short.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily, fell incomplete. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's taken inside his own 40. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. Taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this.